Hello, what is up guys? This is Pigeon Gaming here with a new video. Well, actually, it could be the first video on the channel, and this is 60 seconds. What the plan is that I'm going to do 20 nights for each episode unless I die, and we're going to go from there. And hopefully, this will get into a very brilliant and good series. So without further ado, let's get on with the game. Okay, so we're going to be doing the apocalypse, which is normal, and we're going to be doing normal levels. Let's begin our adventure. Okay, so welcome guys. Okay, let's get ready to do some stuff. Let's grab everything we can. Now we need to go and empty that. Not brilliant game, but no case and stuff. Go into here. This may be a very bad scavenge, but just grab some stuff that we need, like a gun. Go and chop that very quickly. I do hope this is recording. Water. Just made it, guys. Very close, that one. Too close for comfort. We did a very... It wasn't the most brilliant scavenge, but it wasn't terrible. Right. So let's see what we're getting. Day 1. Here we go. So we've got Ted, and we have Mary Jane, and we've got loads of soup, but our water is terrible, so we're going to have to get some expeditions out there very soon. But we do have a medipack and a padlock, and we grabbed the fire axe, and of course we have our portable radio and map, and of course a gun. But it starts now, guys. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, at least 2 of us made it. If we only had a smaller house and less slippery floors. We can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter, but we're not complaining. We probably should have stocked it better anyway. +1 medi here. So we didn't scavenge that, we got that. Our shelves are full of cans. We'll eat from cans, we'll sleep on cans, we'll even talk to cans. Some of us already did. That's classic Ted feeder. Okay, but there is barely enough water, which is true. We'll have to ration it strictly. Okay. We're gonna give them some water just to survive, and some soup. We've been busy since we got to the shelter, but there is still much to be done, like trimming the shrubby in our yard, if that's how you say it. That's definitely something we want to do when we get out of here. Start counting. Day 2, guys. So we're going up to day 20, and then that will be the end of the video. Okay. We're gonna have to immediately rush it up. Mary Jane seems fine today. We hope it will stay that way. Ted is also fine. We can make it work, even in Toronto. Question: how do we find the boat to get there? We've heard that's the best way to get to Europe. Well, debatable. just say that. Okay, so let's get some water because we're gonna have to plan an expedition immediately. We felt something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat, at least it looks like a rat, and a rat on a very good diet. We decided we needed to do something about it, or to put it more bluntly, it's either him or us. I'm not going to do anything about that because I don't want it to damage any of our equipment. Day 3. Okay, let's see what's happening today. As we were running around looking to smash that furry rodent it just disappeared. So did one of our food cans. The question is, how did that devil fit through one of those little holes? -1 food can. Mary Jane isn't worried, or at least she's not saying so. She's not saying so out loud. So she could be worried, but she's not saying so out loud. Ted is fine, which is good. Right, we know Mary Jane's gonna have to go on an expedition, so we're gonna give her some water. So with Ted, and let's give them both some food. Mary Jane's going out there. Unfortunately, she can't take anything with her. Mary Jane's out, guys. Okay, so it's just me and Ted. Right, let's see what we got today. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. He's okay. Okay, so we're not going to ration anything at the moment because we're a bit strict on supplies. No. It's tough surviving in these conditions. Let's hope this will be over soon, or else we might end up dead in some wasteland ditch. That's something we're not looking for. Something we are looking forward to. Something we're not. Yeah, of course I'm not looking forward to that. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with this shelter life, but we can't lose hope. Ted is fine. I'm going to give him a tiny bit of water and soup to remain that way. The last thing we expected to hear while sitting in a fallout shelter was a trumpet. It was played by someone who was not a trumpet player and who had probably never heard a trumpet player in his entire life. He came with a friend who knocked on the door and demanded that we let the merry men enter so they could take from the rich and give to the poor. Should we let them in? Tough decision. I don't think it's a good decision. I may be wrong, but I'm not going to let them in. Day 6. We didn't answer those peculiar calls and kept the door locked until the noises outside faded away. We're not exactly sure we want those people to come back. They sounded harmless enough, but can harmless people be trusted in these sort of troubled times? They might be worse than those who don't seem harmless at all. There isn't much going on with Ted. Nothing new anyway. So Ted's alright. It's time to ration our supplies. We're not going to do any rationing because we're very strict on supplies. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. The neighborhood is probably much more peaceful since the bombings. Yup. Also much more unsafe. Sorry about that. Just having Pepsi. Still is better to be safe down here than dead up there. Ted is fine. Not much that though. What we have to worry about is Mary Jane. Is she getting back or not? Okay. What's that sound? A galloping horse? We rushed to the door and we were greeted by two men dressed like they'd come from a medieval fair. We identified the source of the sound. One of them was holding two rocks and hitting them against each other constantly while the other was skipping and pretending to be a rider. They said they are looking for some sort of antique cup, but they'd got lost and they would be most grateful if we could let them check our map, provided we have one. So we've got a map, let's go on and use it. Day 8. They seemed friendly enough, so we let them have a look at our map. They thanked us and offered us some supplies in exchange. We graciously accepted and wished them luck on their quest. +1 soup can. That's good. All 10 wishes for a few drops of water. Oh, we have no water now. This is terrible, we can't sleep. We've been having problems with sleeping ever since we got down there. But now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with this problem, we won't be able to cope with any challenges that await us outside these shelter doors. So if we could use a medipack there, but I'm not going to in case Mary Jane gets back with a disease. She's back with a disease and only 1 water can. That is having a bit of a problem here. Barely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or 2 of sleep. No luck. We're even more tired than we were, and there are other problems we need to face soon. Let's hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away or save us from radiation sickness. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter from the surface. During our expedition, we stumbled on the ruins of a familiar building, our local bank. Although a place like that might not be the ideal source for useful supplies, we decided to go in anyway. You never know what you might find, except for bags of cash, obviously. It looks like the bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with saws. The vault was cracked open with saws, hidden in teddy bears. Who does that? Anyway, we can see why they wanted to rob it so badly. The place was filled with tomato soup cans. How did it end up here? Maybe the mail had it delivered to a bank instead of a food bank. No. Very possibly. +4 soup cans. We found a shopping bag on the floor next to the counters. It contained a couple of rotten bananas, a hand cream, a pair of bunny slippers, and some bottled water. Tempting as all of these treasures may have been, we limited ourselves to taking the water. Right, and Mary Jane has got a sickness. We're gonna have to use that on Mary Jane. And I'm gonna give some soup and water to all these people. So I just need Ted to get back. Ted is not the best, but but says Ted is not the best, but we could take the risk. I'm not going to plan the expedition just yet. A group of doctors knocks on our door today, requesting some supplies that would be helpful in refilling their first aid kits. We didn't doubt that they were the real deal for a second. They did have lab coats and everything. Shall we help them? But we're just given our last water, so nope. Day 10, halfway through the video. Hopefully we won't die, but we're gonna have to set out 10, unfortunately. We don't think they were real doctors, but just in case they were, we got rid of them as quickly as possible, before they could start charging us for a home visit. Yep, Mary Jane is quite hungry, but Mary Jane is all well now. Ted says nothing to worry about him. I'm gonna give him some soup. We're gonna have to head outside. Ring ring! There we were, thinking we could never hear a telephone signal again, when suddenly a phone starts ringing from somewhere outside. We figured it's the phone booth across the street. Should someone go and answer it? Ooh, I've never seen this, but it's not the world's best ever thing to do, but I'm actually interested in this, so I'm going to answer it, even though we've low on supplies. And well, we didn't get back. We answered the phone. We could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survived from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Ted safely returned from the voyage to the surface. Mary Jane is quite hungry. This morning is calm enough for Ted. He's doing well. Soup and water, because Ted has to go outside. We didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Yet here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. It must be a public phone booth on the other side of the street. Should we go and answer it? Well, that happened again. Let's do it, but risking again. Day 12. We really need some water, that's the problem. When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby. This is the exact same. This is interesting. It's just done the exact same thing again, game. Well, okay. So that was useless. Give him some soup, and we are going to go with Ted. Here we are. We can, sorry, I'm going to have to keep clearing my throat. We can keep sitting on our backsides here in this tiny little bunker, or we can start thinking about getting away as far as possible from this active wasteland. Who would have thought the Reds would ruin such a lovely neighbourhood? We could do it on our own. The escaping part, not the running part, of course. Yep. However, there might be someone out there who can help us. Let's keep our ears open. Of course we'll use the radio. We knew it, the government has not fallen. Or have they? And they're coming to save us. They didn't give us the exact dates in their radio transmission. Oh no. But we're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they will be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Mary Jane says she's fine and doesn't need anything. Ted seems to be doing alright, even though the world has gone to a crappy place. I have to give him soup, and we'll soon need water, so Ted needs to go outside right now. Unfortunately, we can't get anybody else outside. Ooh, so it's just Mary Jane who is thirsty. Okay, Ted left for surface. Hopefully he'll be back soon, because a normal person can't survive for 3 days without water. And our patient is wearing thin. Okay, our patient is wearing thin. We thought it would be a good idea to take a quick look outside to see if there is any trouble in the area. As we were about to step out, a pair of animal eyes flashed in the darkness, and their owner started growling in the most terrifying way. We only had a few minutes to decide what to do. I'm not going to use the gun yet. Day 15. It's getting tense, because I don't think we can survive much longer. In other circumstances, we might have risked battling the beast in the darkness, but for some reason we felt that was not our liking. So we screamed and screamed. With terror, the creature was probably more afraid of us than we were of it. It left in a hurry. Mary Jane keeps fainting, and you really need to get something to drink fast. We don't have any water, that is the bad thing. And we can't do any of that. We could very well end very soon. This is very bad. Okay, dehydration. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Mary Jane has got an illness now. Oh dear. And we always thought life could be much better. That was before we got new. Now we think life could be much better in a way. Not that much has changed. There we are. We have died, unfortunately. Living in the past is not in our current situation. We need to think of today and tomorrow. When Mary Jane found out she is not getting a drop of water, she got furious and stormed into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this and that she's getting her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified now. Ted has been outside for far too long, and still he has not returned. We fear he isn't coming. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. So that is it, guys. Currently, we've only survived 17 days, but okay, because I want to do 20 days on each episode at least. We're going to start again. We'll scavenge and survive 3 days. Hopefully we'll do better this time. If you want to read this, you can pause the video. We perished. Sad days. But we are going to go again. And we're going to go again, and we'll do 3 nights. Just to let you know, if you're a big fan of Minecraft, Shadow Knight, my good friend ShadowPigeonGaming, will be doing quite a lot of tutorials and of course builds on Minecraft. And I'll be doing some Euro Truck and some City Skylines for you guys. And of course, 60 seconds. Okay, we're going again. Soup. It can be stored up to 737 years. I don't know what type of soup they have. Oh, this is a good room. Water and radio. I'm gonna stay in this room. Grab the radio, grab the water. Grab the water. Now grab Timmy. Can we grab Timmy? Timmy! Oh, gosh. Back to the shelter, to the shelter, to the shelter. quickly, water, we're gonna grab water, go into here, we're gonna grab some soup. We got the wife as well, not really. Get gone. Get that bug spray and some oh dear. Let's try and get one more in. Just get that water at least. Can't get the bug spray. That's it, guys. Gonna make it. That was a close one. We've got it though. So everyone is safe except for Mary Jane this time. So we're only going to be doing 3 nights, since we to total up to 20 nights we spend. Day 1, here we go again. So this time we don't have very much soup, but we do have quite a bit of water, always one or the other. Almost all of us have made it to the shelter, almost. All we can do is now start thinking of creative ways to serve our canned soup. When we opened the shelter door, we noticed some of our shelves were already stocked. We can't really say we recall putting all those supplies in there, but we're definitely not going to we're definitely going to put them to good use. Yep, we got a Medipack, always very good. But even canned soup night can be an extra dish quite soon. Yep, plenty of water. We don't have to worry about water, but we don't have canned soup. I'm gonna give them a bit of canned soup though, and I'm not gonna give them any water in the end. We thought it would be a great idea to have some role-playing fun and create our own shelter theatre group. We called it Thunderdome. Or Thundrome. We spent the rest of our day trying to write a script for our performance. We almost got into a fight over it and decided that maybe it would be the best to play something simpler. Day 2. So we got one more day, guys. And on the end of day 2. The end of day 3, sorry. Right. We played I Spy, and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Nothing new to report on Timmy. Everyone seems okay with Everything seems okay with Dolores. I don't know how you spell it. Dolores. This morning has been calm enough to tell you he's doing well. I guess W means water. Rationing supplies, give them all some water. We're gonna plan an expedition because we have loads of people. There isn't a lot of space down here, and we can smell everything we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's that smell cult, it's terrible. Should we investigate and remove the source of the stench? No, because it's not that important. I'm not going to investigate that. Right, let's go and see. We decided to ignore the hole, the stench, and anything that might have happened because of it. We've taken enough risks already. We ended up feeling a bit unwell, and later on we heard something moving in the hole. A few hours after that, the smell was gone. Timmy might not like it, but he's a strong young boy, and he's doing just fine. Life is hard for all of us right now, but Dolores is in good mood today. By the way, put in the comments how you say Dolores names. I don't know if I'm saying it right. He translates. Ted says there's no need to worry about him, and this is when we're about to end the day, I'm afraid. We're not going to rush him, and we are going to finish by sending dollaries. Wait, some of us are keener than others to go outside. Either way, it's time to choose the most able, responsible person for the quest to gather more supplies. We're going to send dollaries out, and that is where we're going to end the video. So we're on day 4, we know we survived that much. Okay, so we're going to pause this. You've been watching Pigeon Gaming, and next time we'll be here with more 60 seconds. And don't forget to check out Shadow Knight's videos, which will be uploading very soon, of Minecraft, and we'll have some videos of Five Nights at Freddy's. But I'm Pigeon Gaming. Good night.